they follow our little them.
Hey my beautiful crafters! So in today's video, it'll be a little bit different because I will be showing you how I pack my orders instead of my usual Tumbler tutorials. So if you guys are interested to know how I pack my orders, keep on watching. So the first thing you want to do is obviously to wash your tumbler. So after you wash, you let it dry, and then after that you will want to use this kind of microfiber towels to wipe down your tumbler, because if you don't, you will find that there will be a lot of watermarks, especially for tumblers that are not sealed. And although I do prep my tumbler for this kind of work, I just don't do intensive prepping because then the spray paint will start coming off. So that would defeat the whole purpose of buying a colored tumbler, right? So after I'm done with all that, I silk screen my logos and I use Cricut to do them. But in the future, I think I will just be stamping them on instead of silk screening because it is a lot of work. So it's basically just showing the social medias that I'm in, and then after that I do customize the box for further personalization. And these are just vinyls and I used Cricut to cut them, so it's not anything fancy. After that, I just pasted on the bottom right hand corner of the box, and that's it. And then moving on to the contents of the box, I'm using a wax paper that is customized to my brand, and I got it on Alibaba. So the reason why I'm using wax paper is because in the past I was using epoxy, and I tend to err on the side of caution, and I didn't want my epoxy to stick to the tissue paper, so that's why I used wax paper. But once this finished and I am running low on this, I will be changing it to those regular colored tissue papers instead. And then I filled the box with shredded papers, and I got it in two colors. One is lilac and another one is black, and I really like this black. I bought it like in a big box, so I'm not really stingy when it comes to this shredded paper. I really put quite a lot actually. So I put a little bit of shredded paper at the bottom first, and then I placed my tumbler. And then now I'm just checking if I put the tumbler in the correct box, and thank goodness I did, because I have done a mistake by putting it onto the wrong box before. So if you're doing personalizing of boxes, always double check. And then I inserted the straw that came along with this tumbler when I bought it. I kind of find this straw a little bit too short, but that's what my supplier gave, so. At the top of my box, there's this empty blank space which I didn't like, so I decided to put a sticker, and it's kind of like a motivational kind of quote. So it says, if you connect the dots, the chaos may disappear and something else may appear. The dots are connected and it says smile. How I got this idea was when I was scrolling through Pinterest and I saw this image where there was a big giant word and there were lines connected to it with a different word obviously, and I didn't want to copy word for word, so I decided to make my own giant word, which is smile, and then I decided to find quotes that is motivational and also that fits the number of dots that creates the word smile. And at first I tried it on my own and it was so difficult, so I decided to hire someone from Fiverr to create it for me. I kind of liked it. And also at the bottom, I also used my QR code. So if somebody were to scan that QR code, it will link straight to all my social media. And now it's time for the care cards. I have two types of care cards. One is the normal care instructions that everyone uses it in the Tumbler world. And this was actually from my epoxy days, and I just bring it forward because it works similar with crystalac, obviously. And then another one is just to further emphasize on how delicate a handmade product is. And last but not least is this thank you card. So on this thank you card, I put the person's name who packaged the order, which is obviously me. And so that if there's anyone to be blamed, it's me. So anyway, I also put a QR code on this thank you card, and in the future I would probably be using stamps instead of stickers as well. Also on this thank you card, I put a blank space so that I can put the buyer's name to further personalize. And then I'm just using this sticker to secure the wax paper together. I will link it down below where I got the sticker from. Also, this sticker is pretty small, but it does its job to secure the wax paper. And before closing it up, I put more shredded papers inside. I just stuff it in so that the tumbler won't be moving around. I kind of like the idea of it being really snug in there, so that when somebody opens up the sticker, the first thing they will see is really their name sparkling through the shredded paper. The thank you card is on top of the shredded paper, and it gives it more structure before closing it in. And also I like to fold my wax paper before doing the overlap because it's more thicker. After all that's done, what's left is the ribbon. I got my ribbon customized from, you guessed it, Alibaba. The first order is obviously more expensive because you have to make the molds and everything. So if you are thinking of doing your own ribbon, I highly recommend you to do so because I think the ribbons really polish the look further. So the first time I actually tied a ribbon, I had no clue and I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos. Basically, I had to try so many times to tie a ribbon in order for me to actually get a hang of it. So if it's your first time tying a ribbon and you find it very frustrating, hang in there, alright? You just need to practice more. Last but not least, I'm using a plastic bag. Please don't shame me for not using biodegradable packaging because honestly, I'm trying, and if you are one of those who uses biodegradable packaging, good on you. And I am honestly trying my best, and once this paper bag, or rather once this plastic bag is finished, there's a high chance that I am not going back to this plastic bag either because I am not a fan of it. I don't like the design, I don't like how it feels. so I won't be recommending you this plastic bag. And that's a wrap. I know this is not my usual kind of video, but I thought that it will be interesting for you to know how I do my packaging as well, because I do enjoy watching packaging videos on YouTube as well. So if you guys do like this, please help me like, share and subscribe. Bye guys.
That's right.